One thing about the Sonic franchise that I believe is taken for granted is how well Shadow's character took off in popularity, especially at the time that it did. See, I truly believe that a hallmark of a great franchise is how well characters outside the main character are received. One example of this notion is Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, whose addition to the series helped in fleshing out its story. And a more recent example is Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, who's so popular that he's often memed as the main character. But although these are examples of characters that worked, there are countless examples that didn't. For example, in the Sonic franchise, characters that come to mind that didn't catch on were Infinite from Sonic Forces and the Deadly Six. And to be frank, ever since 2008, the Sonic franchise hasn't introduced a new character that has had a lasting impact. Another example is Pokemon. Over the decades, countless Pokemon have been introduced, but only a fraction of all Pokemon introduced gained a popularity comparable to Pikachu. So I say all this to point out that it's really hard for a franchise to introduce a new character that sticks and makes a strong impact. Therefore, for Shadow to have reached the popularity he did, especially right after his introduction, is kind of a miracle, especially when you consider Sega originally conceived Shadow to be a one-time character, meaning even Sega didn't know what they had with Shadow until he took off. And the timing of Shadow's takeoff was perfect because he and Team Dark helped elevate the franchise's 2000 shonen anime aesthetic. And following the success, we get more additions that took from Shadow's archetype, like the Babylon Rogues, Blaze, and Silver. Therefore, I truly believe that Shadow's introduction is somewhat of a miracle that helps reinvigorate the Sonic franchise to greater heights.